Today is July 2nd, 2022. It is Saturday. It is also day 348 of web development. And today I'm not going to do back end. I'm going to do front end. I'm going to take a little break and just kind of learn something new, or maybe just brush off on some skills. So the other day I was on Instagram and I saw that this thing, right? Because I've this nav bar type of thing, and I just realized I've been doing navigation bars, I think, as just display inline and then putting it in a grid in a header thingy, and that's been hard. Not hard, but not as responsive. And so maybe because it's definitely not responsive, I think if I have an example over here, maybe if I go to, I just did one the other day, maybe this one, link to result. You're kidding me. Oh my god, I have to log in. Have I not logged in here? Have I not done front end on this laptop? I think, okay, hold on. I forgot. Where's my stuff? Maybe it's my email. Okay, hold on. Alright, matters to log in. So basically the problem here is for the navigation bar, which is this over here. If I do this, it's not as responsive. You see, it's horrible. So, yeah, I don't know. And I just don't know. I don't even know if I wanted to wrap, get it. Let me see, is there another example? I think I did one recently. Or not. Oh, this one. This one was it doesn't wrap. I mean, it does, but it also doesn't. See, it wraps, but very unpleasantly. So I think I'm going to try doing this with Flexbox. We'll see. So I'm just going to go here, click on new. I'm going to go to CodePen, right? And I'm going to start a new one. Today is, it depends, I don't know what day it is, hold on. Day 348, which I said in the beginning of the video, but I don't really actually comprehend that. The second, well, what am I doing? Okay, what am I doing again? Okay, I'm making a CodePen. Ew, why is it like that? Nope, wrong one. Okay, there we go. So, I'll start with telling this CodePen that I'm writing in HTML5, and then putting in my HTML tags, and then putting in my head and body tags. Oops. You know what I just realized? I don't think I've done SVGs in a while. Anyway, so anything in the body tag is basically what's going to be here in the screen. 340. Yeah. Alright. So I'll start off with a container. As always, I'm going to label it by giving it a class called container so that I can go to my CSS and actually target it, right? Because it's a class, I'm going to use a dot notation, so I'll put my class name, in which this case it's container, and I'll give it a property called border, and I'll give it the following value, so 5 pixels black solid lined border. And so that pops up there, and clearly there's no height there, so I'll set the height to be 100 vertical height of the screen, so 100 VH. Okay. At this point, what was I going to do? Oh yeah, I was going to do like a nav bar type of thing. So I'll do kind of like a div class, and I'll call it nav bar. And I'll do this, and then I'll do, my unordered list, the usual, and then the list item for each list item. Oops. So every list item is actually going to be a link that goes somewhere, because in a nav bar, usually you have, it's a navigation bar, and when you click on it, it goes somewhere. So, but right now it's going to go nowhere. And I'm going to call it, what do I call it? I'm just going to do one for now, and then I'll think of the names later. And what I'll do is I'll just copy this a few more times, maybe those, and then I'll change it. Okay, well, this one can be like home. The last one can be contact. This one can be maybe about, or let's say no, it could be about, and then this one can be maybe like a gallery, I don't know, and then this one could be pricing. Alright, so that's our nav bar there. So at this point, I'm going to go and style it. So for each, let's see, I'm going to just start by giving it, So I'll do unordered list. Since it's an element, you don't need like dots or hashtags in front of it. So unordered list, list item, and then A. And then I'll start with A. So I'll change the color to be black for now. I'll change the text decoration to be none, and that's going to remove the underline because I think if you set it to underline, I think it pops up an underline, right? But I don't want any decorations, so I'm going to set it to none. And then I'm also going to target the list items themselves, which the bullet points that you see there is actually a list item property. So I'm just going to do list style, which is a property, and I'm going to set it to none. So that removes the bullet points, and then I'll also go to the nav bar itself, and I think this is where the skill comes in. So I'll give it a display of flex, so that each item there is a flex item, and then I think I'll do flex wrap, or is it flex? I don't even know what it was. Flex wrap. What is it? Flex. Wrap flex wrap flex. Flex wrap wrap. Oh, that totally makes sense. Flex wrap wrap. What's the other option for it? So let me see. I don't even know. But then I don't even know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So for each A, I'll go back to it. I'll give it a background. I'm gonna go to colors and kind of find. Actually, I don't think I want. Actually, maybe I do. I'll pick like maybe these two colors, and then I'll go to CSS gradient to make a gradient of those colors. Alright, so I'll just pick this color, and I'll paste it in. What is going on? Go back. Yes. I'm so confused. Can we just go back here? Thank you. Paste that in there, and then paste this color in there, and then remove this one. And then maybe also paste this color in here. Paste that in there. Oops, I did not mean to do that one. Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, so maybe something like that. Oops. Alright, so maybe kind of like that linear gradient, and I'll just copy it. And I'll just paste it in here as the background. Nice. And so at this point, I'll give it a border radius of maybe 5 pixels so that the border is rounder. And then I'll give the A, which is, you know, the text, a padding of maybe 20 pixels. So there's space. That's horrifying. 10 pixels? Okay. And then what I'll do is, I think I'll give it a flex direction, but it should be row already. Not column. Maybe not. A flex, okay, flex, hold on, maybe a gap. Or is that a list item? So maybe it's not the nav bar, but maybe it's the UL that I have to do this on. Let's see. There we go. See, I knew it. There we go. We love fixing problems. So it's not the nav bar itself, because the nav bar is actually, I'll show you, it's the container that it's in. So if I give it a border, 5 pixels, let's say blue solid, that's the nav bar. And I don't want the nav bar to have a display flex, but the unordered list, I'll give this one a border also. Let me just copy it. And I'll give it a pink border so you can see. That's what I want to have a display of flex, so that those items wrap, instead of just having like the actual pink thing wrap around other items in the navigation bar. Anyway, I'm also going to have some padding between each of the list items, or maybe I don't have to do that. I could just do a gap of 1 EM. There we go, because that's what that is. And then I'll change the color of the A to be white. And I'll change it to be capital or caps lock, really? Caps lock? Capital letters, anyway. Uppercase. Can I not even speak? Transform. So I use the text transform property, if I could actually ever spell it, and just write uppercase, and this should turn all uppercase. Okay. And then I'm also going to go to Google Fonts, and I think I have a font that I want. It's Lato. Alright, so this one I want, so what I'll do is I'll add kind of the 400. Where's the 400? This one, regular 400. I'll select this style, and then this will pop up, and then what I'll do is I'll scroll down, and it says use on the web, so I use the link option, and I just copy this link, right, and I go to my CodePen, and I'll go to the head tag from HTML and just paste it in there, and now once it's pasted, now it knows if I use the this font in my CSS, it knows where it's coming from. So I just use the CSS, I copy those rules, and I just go here, and I just paste it in there like the font family, and so you'll see the font change right there. Beautiful. And then another way is you could also select the import option, in which you just have to import this in your HTML. Even though it's CSS, you import it on your HTML because it's a style tag, which is another whole topic of like another way you can write CSS, but you just paste that anywhere actually inside your HTML, or actually your body, excuse me, hold on. Maybe in your body or anywhere, and then it would just also be the same thing. But I like using this option because I think it's a little bit more clear. Alright, and then let's see, so now if I shrink this, it should wrap within itself, which is what I wanted, but notice that it's not, there's no space between them, which kind of sucks. So I don't know how to fix that. I mean, I thought that putting maybe like the gap over here would work, but maybe I would actually have to put in like a padding maybe from here of 20 pixels. There we go, in each item, but maybe not too much, maybe 10 pixels. But then if I delete this, would it still, it would still work? So then my question is, how does this, like having the gap here, interfere with the padding on the list item? Well, let's see, let me give it a border so that I can maybe kind of tell what I'm doing here. So border, let's do red. So that's my stuff there, and then I'll give the list item a border, and let's do green. So each list item has a green border, and then the UL, which is the unordered list, has a red border, and then the nav bar itself has a blue border. Okay, so if I set the display of the unordered list to be flex, and I set the flex wrap to be 1EM, and then I set the gap to be 1EM, I'm sorry, flex wrap to be wrap, and then the gap to be 1EM. I'm basically telling it everything inside the unordered list, which everything inside the red box, needs to have a display of flex, and they all need to wrap around each other, and they all need to have a gap of 1EM. But then, for the list item, I'm telling it, the list item, it's a green, so anything in the green box is a list item. And so basically I'm telling it have a padding of 10 pixels, which is basically what contributes to that padding there. So one second. Alright, so at this point I think what's better is having the gap. So basically the gap is what tells it's the space between each green box, but then the list item is like the padding in each thing. So essentially what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to really work with the gap here, but like this works though. So if I delete it, it gets rid of that padding there. And it's still, but then if I delete the border, yeah, that's what happens. But if I increase the gap, maybe to be 2EM, it also does that. Okay, so that's more like it. And I also will like the nav bar, or not the nav bar, but the UL to have a height of maybe the min content. But it doesn't even fit in that. And then also maybe a width of min content. That's not good. So I think we're going to leave it with the height min content, but then, I think that's good. So let me get rid of the border for the unordered list. And I'll just leave this here. All I had to really do is increase the gap a little bit more. And I'll get rid of the border for the nav bar and get rid of all of that together. And I think I got it. My little navigation bar here. Home, about, gallery, price, and contact, and it does wrap. Only thing is it's going outside of the container, so I'll just give this a width of max contact. Is max contact content even a thing? Yeah, but that doesn't work out really much. No, that doesn't really work good. I mean, I think that's fine. It's okay. So yeah, that's my navigation bar. I do though, the nav bar, actually I'll put it back. Let me kind of style it a little bit. So I'll do nav bar and I'll give it a border. 5 pixels. Blue solid. And then what I'll do is I will set the container, I'll just kind of center it. So I'll do display, flex, and I'll do justify content center, so that centers it horizontally, my navigation bar, and then align items center centers it vertically, my navigation bar, so that should be going down right there. Alright, and then at this point, I think I'm going to do another gradient. Maybe I'll just take the same gradient, I don't know. Maybe something like, no. Can I get something else? Generator. Oh, no, no, no. Anything that looks like this? No. Oh, this is so beautiful. How do I generate? Hello? Well, how do I make another one? Or not, okay. I don't want to put the colors in though, I just want a random generator. Maybe I'll do this one. Let me go back to the first one. I'll do this one. And then I'll do, black. And then I want it linear or radical. I want it radial, not radical, sorry. Alright, and then I'll just go here. I'll actually do it for the body, I don't really need the container. What the? So the body, basically, anything you put the body applies it to everything, so that's what happens there. Save that. Let me just debug mode, and I'll see that happening here, and I'll just kind of remove the border of the navigation bar now. Delete that, save that, and then I'll be able to see it. Kind of not. I don't know, it kind of disappears. Maybe I should do like a different one. What's a color that goes with this color? Shade. Ooh, nice. What's a red and yellow go together? Maybe yellow. Like I'll copy this color, paste it in here. That's so disgusting. And then I'll take a darker. Ew, it looks so nasty. Maybe copy this and change it. Nah, bro, this is so ugly. Yeah, no, we're gonna stay with red even though I can barely see it. It's okay. Alright, and then if I go this way, it should wrap around, but that's fine. I'll remove the container border, and that's it for today. Oh my god, wait, no, that's not it for today. I want to do something more. When I hover over it, I want something to happen. I want it to pop up. So what I'll do is I'll do under list item A, give it a state of hovered. So basically it's saying, okay, when my A is hovered on, I basically want it to move relative to its original position 2 pixels upwards. So from let's see, actually, let's go, where is it? Over here, right there. So if I save that and I paste that, when I hover over it, you can see it moves, right, 2 pixels upward. Beautiful. And it actually doesn't take me anywhere if I click on it because I did hashtags here instead of somewhere. If I say www.google.com for pricing and I save that and I click on pricing, it should take me to Google. How is that hard? Is it not google.com? Rude. Does it really want me to put HTTP? Did I forget about that part? Come on, sir. Whoops. Really? Okay. Either way, should work one of these days. I don't even know. Oh. Whoops. Let's go back. Pricing. Are you serious? Oh. Why is it like that? There we go. I think I had a typo. So if I click, obviously I clicked. What did I just do? If I click on pricing, it takes me to Google. Even though that doesn't make sense, but yeah, I just wanted to show you that that's how links work, basically. Let me just go back and give it a nothing. Alright, and reload. What is going on? Where is my stuff? Okay, debug. Oh, okay, I'm gonna go crazy right now. Like, what's happening? Debug. Thank you. And then this is my final result. Okay? Beautiful. Bye.